ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಹೇಳು. ಯಾಕೆ Okay, we'll start.
ಮೇಡಮ್ ನೀವು ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲ ಎಕ್ಸಿಟ್ ಆದ್ರೆ
Okay, we'll start with and so. Okay, so how do we, or what are the types of questions that they would give in and so?
ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಈ ತರ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ರೆ ಇಂದು ಇಸ್ ಅ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಸೋ ಡ್ಯಾಶ್ ರೆಹಮಾನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಏನು? ಇಂದು ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟು, ರೆಹಮಾನು ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟು. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಯು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಲುಕ್ ಅಟ್? ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಲುಕ್ ಅಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಸಿಂಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ಆರ್ ಪ್ಲೂರಲ್ ಅಂತ ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ರೆಹಮಾನ್ ಇಸ್ ಸಿಂಗ್ಯುಲರ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಚೆಕ್ ಇಫ್ ವಾಟ್ ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿಸ್. ಇದು ಯಾವ ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ? ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲೂ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು. So the answer is Indu is a student and so is Rahman. Okay. Topic Rahman are students and so dash Hindu and Shreyas. So what should we first look? Idun nodbeku. What is this? Singular or plural? Plural. What tense is this? Yav tense? Present. Correct? He was eating. So that they. So first ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? ಇದನ್ನ ನೋಡಬೇಕು. ಇದು ಸಿಂಗುಲರ್ ಪ್ಲೂರಲ್? ಪ್ಲೂರಲ್. ಇದು ಯಾವ ಟೆನ್ಸ್? ಪಾಸ್ಟ್ ಟೆನ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲೂ ಪಾಸ್ಟ್ ಬರಬೇಕು. ಬಟ್ ದೇ ಜೊತೆ ಯಾವ್ದು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? ವಾಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ವಾಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ವಿತ್ ಸಿಂಗುಲರ್. ಅಂಡ್ ಸೊ ವರ್ ಹಾಕ್ಬೇಕು. ಯಾಕೆ? ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಪಾಸ್ಟ್ ಟೆನ್ಸ್ and this is plural. We have a car and so dash B. So ega, this is singular or plural? Singular. This is what? Perfect. This is have ide, present tense. So present tense nalli he jate have ಬಳಸ್ತೀರಾ, has ಬಳಸ್ತೀರಾ? And so has he. If you want, write it down. Shall I go to the next page? Okay. I study MBA. And so that Reena. I study MBA and so dash Reena. Very good. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ does ಬರ್ಬೇಕು. This is simple present. Clear? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? This is in simple present. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ does ಬರ್ಬೇಕು. They climbed the hill and so dash I. Now I ಇದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. What is this? Past. Which tense? Past. So ಇಲ್ಲೇನ್ ಬರ್ಬೇಕು? ಇದು simple past ಇದೆ. So, and so did I. Clear? Understood? Ram will play cricket and so that Mayur. So which tense is this? Future. And so will Mayur. Okay? Clear all of you? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ? So this is also very important. Clear? Any doubt in this? Mahesh has been studying and so dash Ram and Suresh. And so have been Ram and Suresh. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೋ ಅದೇ ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಬರಬೇಕು. You can't change the tense. Is that clear, all of you? Understood? Okay. Shall we do this? First five. ಐದೈದು ಮಾಡೋಣ. You do the first five, mark it in your books. Answer. Error spotting. Then I will discuss. The first 5 you do, I will discuss. Do the first 5. ಆಯ್ತಾ? Okay. Neither of them are going to attend the party. So neither either. ಇಬ್ರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ವಿ. You can only take 2. So neither of them ಅಂದ್ರೆ we are ಇಬ್ರು ಅಂತಾನೆ ಲೆಕ್ಕ. So ಇಬ್ರು ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. So it is singular. So this should become neither of them is going to attend the party. So instead of are, you should use is. ಯಾಕೆ? Neither either is always used for 2. ಇಲ್ಲ ಇವನು ಇಲ್ಲ ಅವನು, ಇಲ್ಲ ಇವನು ಇಲ್ಲ ಅವರು. ಎರಡು ಭಾಗ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. Clear? Okay. He walked 5 miles, which are generally a great distance for a man like him, who is not only old but also ill. So 5 miles is singular. It's 1 unit. So it will become he walked 5 miles, which is really a great distance. Third one, either my colleague or a peon are coming home. Is coming home. So verb ಗೆ ಹತ್ರ ಇರೋದು ಯಾವುದು? Peon. Peon is singular or plural? Singular. So this should become is. Next, the rise and fall of the tide are due to lunar influence. The rise and fall is complementary or supplementary? Complementary, because rise and fall ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಆಗತ್ತೆ. ಅದು ಹಿಂಗೆ ಒಂದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದಾಗತ್ತೆ. So rise ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅಲ್ಲೇ ನಿಂತೋಗಲ್ಲ. So which means this is singular. So the rise and fall of the tide is due. The introduction and tea and coffee and such other beverages have not been. So what do you think is the error? Yesterday I did a few. Recognition of face and fingerprints. ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೆ. So shan bandaga ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ದೆ? What did I tell you when it is shan? Singular. So where should you make it singular now? Have should change to has. All of you clear the first 5? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? Second one, 5 miles ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಯೂನಿಟ್. 5 ಮೈಲಿಗಳು ಅಲ್ಲ, 5 ಮೈಲಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಯೂನಿಟ್. It is considered to be a single unit. 5 miles is considered singular. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ವಾ? ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲ ಇದು. ಟೆನ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಸಂಬಂಧ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ವರ್ಬ್ ಅಗ್ರಿಮೆಂಟ್ ನಿನ್ನೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು. Next, 6th to 10th ಮಾಡಿ. Sixth to 10th ಮಾಡಿ. ಆಯ್ತಾ? Okay, the newer type of automatic machines wash the clothes faster. Now your subject starts not from automatic machines but from the newer type. So ಹೊಸ ತರದ ವಾಷಿಂಗ್ ಮಿಷಿನ್ಗಳು. So am I talking about singular or plural? Singular, because I'm not talking about various types, I'm talking about one the type. So it is newer type, so it is singular. Where should it change? Verb ಏನ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು? Washes. Next, each of the students in the computer class has to type their own. Each of the students in the computer class, singular or plural? Indefinite or definite? Indefinite. Indefinite ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ದೇರ್ ಬದಲು ಏನ್ ಬರಬೇಕು? His ಬರಬೇಕು. So the correct answer is each of the students in the computer class has to type his own. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? Next, every one of the films you suggest is not worth watching. No error. Next, the secretary and principal of the college are attending the district development council meeting. Do you ಯಾಕೆ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಒಂದೇ ಅಂತ? ಹಂಗಲ್ಲ, ಸೆಕ್ರೆಟರಿನೇ ಬೇರೆ ಪೋಸ್ಟ್, ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಬೇರೆ ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲ. ತಪ್ಪು ತಪ್ಪು ತಪ್ಪು. ಏನ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾ? ಹಿಯರ್ the secretary. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಅಂಡ್ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ದ ಇಲ್ಲ, ವಿಚ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಟು ಸೇ ಇಬ್ರು ಒಂದೇ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಎರಡು ಹುದ್ದೆ, ಸೆಕ್ರೆಟರಿನೂ ಅವರೇ, ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ಲು ಅವರೇ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಇಬ್ರು ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗಳಾಗಿದ್ದಿದ್ರೆ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಹೇಗಿರ್ತಿತ್ತು? ದ ಸೆಕ್ರೆಟರಿ ಅಂಡ್ ದ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದೇ ದ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ವಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್, ಒಂದೇ ದ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ವಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ಸ್, ಒಂದೇ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಬಟ್ ಎರಡು ಹುದ್ದೆ ಇದೆ, ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಒಂದು ಸೆಕ್ರೆಟರಿ. ಇಸ್ ದಟ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್? ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವೈ ಒಂದೇ ಮನುಷ್ಯ ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಈಸ್ ಅಟೆಂಡಿಂಗ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, there is only one of his novels that are interesting. One of the ಬಂದಾಗ ಸಿಂಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಮೇಕ್ ಹಿಯರ್? ಆರ್ ಬದಲು ಏನ್ ಬರಬೇಕು? ಈಸ್. ಡಿಡ್ ಯು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್? ಓಕೆ, ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್. Do the 11th to 15th. ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಓಕೆ, 11th one. It is I who is to blame. Very good. Because I jate we don't use is. We use only am with I. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಅಲ್ಲಿ is ಬದಲು am ಬರಬೇಕು. Is that clear? Okay. Either of the roads lead to the park. ಲೀಡ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು. ಈದರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಈ ರೋಡು ಇಲ್ಲ ಆ ರೋಡ್. ಸೊ ಒಟ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದೇ ರೋಡ್ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಿರೋದು ನಾವು. ಸೊ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಟಾಕಿಂಗ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಸಿಂಗ್ಯುಲರ್, ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ ಲೀಡ್ಸ್. ಇಸ್ ದಟ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಯು? ಶ್ರೇಯಸ್, ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟುಡ್? Okay. The sum and substance of his poem are as follows. Sum and substance is complementary or supplementary? Complementary. Sum and substance andre saramsha, the interpretation. So the sum and substance of his poem is as follows. Next, neither of the five accused could be convicted. Now I told you illa, I told you either and neither can be used only for two people, but here how many people am I talking? So none barbe, you cannot use neither. ಯಾವಾಗ ಐದು ಮೂರು ಎರಡಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ you cannot use either or neither. So this should become none of the five accused. Next, everybody, it must be admitted, has their ups and downs. Everybody is singular or plural? Indefinite or definite? Indefinite iddaga there badlu ಏನು ಬರಬೇಕು? His. So everybody, it must be admitted, has his ups and downs. Understood all of you? Okay. Do 16th to 20th. Will I discuss? Neither of them sent their papers in time. Neither of them ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಬ್ಬರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? So sent his papers because we do not know whether it is which gender, so it becomes indefinite. So neither of them sent his papers. A rise in rents and wages have been found to go together. A rise in rents and wages. Is it singular or plural? Singular. ಏರಿಕೆ ಬೆಲೆ ಏರಿಕೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೆಸರು. So ಬೆಲೆ ಏರಿಕೆ andre singular. So a rise in rents and wages has been found. Next, if Mahatma Gandhi, so I taught you imaginary condition. Remember the imaginary condition. Mahatma Gandhi ಬದುಕಿದ್ದಿದ್ರೆ. So what should you put? Illa. Illa. Imaginary. You are telling me that correct, but would do sorry would have a correct. But ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಮುಂಚೆ ಏನೋ ಮಿಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ? What did I tell you? What is the structure? Check Hindu, check the structure for imagination. Ah, so it should become were. If Mahatma Gandhi were alive, andre imagination. Yenaru ಬದುಕಿದ್ದಿದ್ರೆ ಅಂತ. It's an imagination. Did you understand? Sure. If Mahatma Gandhi were alive, he would feel sorry. 19. Having acquired some experience, she is no longer one of those who believes every explanation she is given. Why? I'm talking about she, but I'm using they. So what should it become? She is given, not they are given. Is that clear? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಯಾಕೆ ಇದು ಅಂತ? Yes, all of you? Okay. 20th one. Most of the funds we get from America is used to build roads and bridges. Most of the funds we get from America are used. Okay. Do 21 to 24. All of you must attempt. If you don't understand, you should ask me. If you don't understand, you should ask me. ಎಲ್ಲ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ. ನಾವು ಇವಾಗ ಸಬ್ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ವೈಸ್ ತಾನೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರೋದು. ನಾವು ಎಲ್ಲಾನು ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಈಗ. ನಾವು ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ವೈಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರೋದು. ಒಂದೊಂದೇ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಅದರದ್ದು ಎರರ್ ಸ್ಪಾಟಿಂಗ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಫೈನಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಎಲ್ಲಾದ್ರದ್ದು ಮಾಡಿ. ಹಾ, 21st. Who will answer? Let me see. She immediately quit the job in which neither skill nor knowledge was required. Very good. The type of qualities you acquire depends. Yake. I agree with you, but yake. Huh? Yourself to actually wrong. Yourself. ಇದನ್ನ ಕೇಳಿದ. The type of qualities you acquire. We are not talking about qualities. We are talking about the type. Types anta illa. Type anta irodrinda singular. So this should become depends. He is one of the tallest boys in the class. No error. No error. A computer virus works. Tallest boy. He is one of the tallest. Boy is. ಈಗ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ನೆನ್ನೆ ಏನಂತ ಬರೆಸ್ದೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ? ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಗರ್ಲ್ಸ್, ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಬಾಯ್ಸ್, ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹಲವಾರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಬ್ಬ ಅಂತ. ಅ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ವೈರಸ್ ಸಿಂಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ಆರ್ ಪ್ಲೂರಲ್? ಸೊ ವರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಸಿಂಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಇದು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಏನು ತೊಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಲೈಕ್ ದ ಬಯೋಲಾಜಿಕಲ್ ವೆರೈಟಿ. ಸಿಂಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ಆರ್ ಪ್ಲೂರಲ್? ಸಿಂಗ್ಯುಲರ್. ವಿಚ್ invade ಇರ್ಬೇಕಾ invades ಇರ್ಬೇಕಾ? Invades. So biological variety which invades. Next, 2 miles beyond that building was seen dozens of antisocial elements. This is a rare case where the verb is before the subject. Illi the subject is dozens of antisocial elements. Singular or plural? Plural. So ಇದು was ಇರ್ಬೇಕಾ were ಇರ್ಬೇಕಾ? Were. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? It's a rare case where the subject comes after the verb. Okay. 26th ಇಂದ ಮಾಡಿ. Hmm. ಟ್ವೆಂಟಿ-ಸಿಕ್ಸ್ತಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ verb appears before the subject. Do till the 30. ಆಯ್ತಾ? Okay. There appears a number of problems. A number of problems is singular or plural? The number of problems. A number of problems. The number andre singular. A number andre plural. A number of problems is plural. The verb has appeared before the subject. Which is the verb? Appears. Appears is singular or plural? Singular. What should it be? Appear. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಈಗ? Okay. 27. Whether she should get married or whether she should remain single is or ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಕ್ಲೋಸೆಸ್ಟ್ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಜೊತೆ ಟೈಅಪ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ. Either you or he are happy. Is happy. ಎಲ್ಲಿ 27th ಅಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ either or ಇದು or ಬಂದಿದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಇದು ಅಥವಾ ಇದು ಎರಡರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಹಾಕ್ಬೇಕು. ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ವರ್ಬ್ ಇದು. ಸೊ ವೆನ್ ದ ವರ್ಬ್ ಇಸ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಇಟ್ ಫಾಲೋಸ್ ದ ಕ್ಲೋಸೆಸ್ಟ್ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್. ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಶಿ ಶುಡ್ ರಿಮೇನ್ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಆರ್ ಇದು. ಸೊ ಇದು ಸಿಂಗುಲರ್ ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ದಿಸ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ ಸಿಂಗಲ್. ನೀನ್ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ವರ್ಬ್ ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀಯಲ್ವಾ? ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಲ್ವಾ? ನಿನ್ನೆ ಇದ್ದೀಯಲ್ವಾ? Either or ಬಂದ್ರೆ verb will follow the closest subject. Either ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಇದ್ರು ಆರ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ. 26. Okay, there appear. So idರಲ್ಲಿ the case where the verb has appeared before the subject. ಇಲ್ಲಿ subject ಬಂದು a number of problems. verb ಮುಂದೆ ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ, ಹಿಂದೆ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ. So verb ಯಾವುದು? Were. Were is singular or plural? Plural. A number of problems is plural. So sorry, were appears. Appears is singular. So it should become plural. So ಅದಕ್ಕೆ appear. Clear? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ? Okay. ಈಗ for example, ಹಿಂದಿಂದ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಇಟ್ಸ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಥಿಂಗ್. ಹಿಂದಿಂದ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿತ್ತಾ? Why did we make it were seen? It doesn't feel plural. Plural. So same. Number of problems, which is the verb before it. Number of problems is plural. So this should become plural. A number andre ಇದು. But a number ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ a lot of ಅಂತ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ನೀನ್ ಇದ್ದೀಯ ಅವತ್ತು? Were you there? A lot of. We used it for both singular as well as plural. Andre uncountable and countable. A lot of money, uncountable. A lot of people, countable. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ a lot of does not decide whether it is singular or plural. ಅದಾದ ನಂತರ ಏನಿದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಮುಖ್ಯ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅಂತ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ರೆ ಸಿಂಗುಲರ್. ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? 28. Either you or he. So either or ಇದ್ದಾಗ the verb is are. It should follow the closest. Which is the closest? He. He jate what do we use? Are or is? Is. So you should change are to is. Next one. The Indian team defeated the Australian by an innings. Inning antane illa. It is innings. They left their luggage at the railway station. His ಯಾಕೆ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಯಾರು? They. They is plural. So correct again. No error. Okay. Do 31 to 35. Here, all of you? The customer handed over 100 rupee note. ಒಂದು 100 ರೂಪಾಯಿನ note. So 100 rupee note. Recently, I visited Jamshedpur and found marvelous sceneries. Scenery, because there is no plural for scenery. A trained gang of sailors was employed. What? Yake? A trained gang. Gang is what? Collective. Trained gang, a class of students, collective noun. Gang of sailors. But the error is you cannot use gang of sailors. Gang can be used only for criminals. So for sailors, you should use crew. Anybody who works in any mode of transport, like ship, aeroplane, bus, they are called crew. Artha gang is used only for robbers, criminals, thieves, dacoits, gangsters. So a trained crew of sailors. Artha is that clear? These is something new. You should write it down, otherwise you'll forget. These kind of shirts are rather expensive for him to buy. Now, these kind of shirts is singular or plural? These kinds, plural. Are is singular or plural? So there is no error. My brother-in-law who lives in Mumbai has come to stay with us. Unfortunately, there are two errors which is not allowed. So it should be my brother-in-law who lives in Mumbai, or you can change the subject itself. My brothers-in-law. You can change it to my brothers-in-law who live in Mumbai have come to stay with me. ಅವಾಗ ಒಂದೇ ಎರರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಇವಾಗ? Did you understand? Okay. So exam ಅಲ್ಲಿ there cannot be two errors. ನೀವು don't think oh ಇಲ್ಲಿ typing mistake question error ಅಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು don't say mark it. It could be that he's trying to say that who live in Mumbai plural ಆಗಬೇಕು, have plural ಆಗಬೇಕು. So ಇದನ್ನೇ plural ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ my brothers in law. Okay. Do 36 to 40. Okay. Motivating employees with traditional authority and financial incentives has become difficult. Now, do you see a gerund? Which is the gerund? Motivating. So ಎಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ subject ಬರುತ್ತೆ? Starting from the gerund till the verb is the subject. So motivating employees with traditional authority and financial incentives. Is it singular or plural? Singular, because all gerunds are singular. Has is singular or plural? Singular. Is there any error then? No error. Is that here? As per the revised rules, refusing to accept soiled and torn notes are a cognizable offense. Do you see a gerund? Which one? Refusing. So refusing in the verb subject agate. So which is the subject? Refusing to accept soiled and torn notes. Is it singular or plural? Gerund is always singular. Okay. R is the verb. Singular or plural? Plural. So what should it become? Is. Artha aita? Very good. The report is candid in admitting that the investment by the government in health and family planning have considerably eroded. Which is the subject here? Illa. The report ke is correct agidiyalla. Report is singular, is singular. Al correct agide. Investment in the shuru agbeku. So investment by the government in health and family planning. Singular or plural? Singular. Why? It is not talking about investments. It is talking about investment. Singular agirodrinda. Which is the verb? Have. What should it become? Has. Admitting agala. Why, sir? Why andre? Because there is a verb before it. If you see a helping verb before ing, it becomes a verb. But refusing ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ verb ಬಂದಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ it becomes a gerund. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ವಾ? 39th. Does books for children? Books for children is the subject. Books for children is singular or plural? Huh? Books is singular or plural? Plural. Does is singular. Yesterday I did the questioning. Questioning madadwala. Do, does, did. Yes or no? Okay. So books is singular or plural? Plural. Does is singular or plural? So what should it become? So do books for children. Artha aita Tawfiq? Okay. 40th one. The average age at which people begin to need eyeglasses vary considerably. Which is the subject here? The average. That will in the subject should. Average is a number. The average, the number, the ratio, the percentage, all these are singular. Why? It is one number. You get 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. What is the average? 3. Huh? 2 plus 2 plus 2. What is the average? 2, sir. 2 only. 2 only. Alva. So what do you do? It ends up with being a number. So the average andre number. So the average age is singular. So which is the verb here? Vary. So vary is singular or plural? Singular or plural? Plural. What should it become now? So how do you change the spelling of vary? What spelling rule do you apply? IAS. So varies considerably. 241 to 45. 39. Ah. Does book for children? Why should you change? Does book ಯಾಕೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? ಅವನು ಬುಕ್ಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆನೇ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಬುಕ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾನೆ. He's not talking about book. He's talking about books. ಒಂದೇ ಪುಸ್ತಕ ಇರುತ್ತಾ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ? There will be many books. Yes or no? Okay. What first? 41st to 45 euro. Aida? Okay. Just outside the hotel is 3 bars. Extremely beautiful. So the subject is 3 bars. A situation where the verb has appeared before the subject. So which is the verb? Is. 3 bars is singular or plural? Is singular or plural? So what should it become? Okay, so the sentence should become just outside the hotel are 3 bars. Next, they and you ask most of the difficult questions that are imperative. Everything is fine except everything is fine. They and you ask most of the difficult questions. Ella correct again. Okay, next. His pugnacious daughter always do something. So the subject is pugnacious daughter. Pugnacious means jagalaganti. Jagala adavಳು ತುಂಬಾ. Singular or plural? Which is the verb? So what should it become? Does. The water of several rivers of our state contain harmful bacteria. Water is singular or plural? Countable or uncountable? So it is singular. Contains. Contains, Satvik. 45th. If my mother approve, my mother is the subject singular, so it should become approves. Okay, 46th to 50, man. Okay. Okay. If the climate of this place do not suit me, does not suit me, the electorate of our country never allows me. Electorate andre the total of everybody who votes. ಅವರು they are called electorate. ಯಾರ್ಯಾರ ಹೆಸರು ಮತ ಚೀಟಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆಯೋ ವೋಟರ್ ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆಯೋ ಅವರೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಸೇರಿಸಿ ಕರೆಯೋದು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟೊರೇಟ್. Okay. From Patna, the Rajdhani Express don't go straight. Does not. Silver as well as cotton have fallen considerably. Why? Which is the phrase here? Very good. Sita always take her umbrella with her. Very good. Clear all of you? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? What? ಯಾರಿಗ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? I should not forget it. Okay. So then shall we start with articles? What are the things we have finished now? Nouns, tenses, conditional statements, questions, question tags, and so, no sooner, hardly, scarcely, almost everything that I have covered. Now, what is remaining? Articles, prepositions, adjectives, adverbs, active voice, passive voice, direct speech, indirect speech. And then exercises. Huh? Narration irutta nimge. Okay, we'll do it. Hmm? Idya, is it there for you? Will come. All right. So ನೀವೆಲ್ಲರೂ SSC ನು ಬರೀತೀರಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ? Okay, let's start with articles. What do you mean by an article? Article andre ಏನು? A and the are all articles. But what exactly is an article? An article is also a type of adjective because it describes the noun. Okay, articles are of two types: indefinite and definite. Indefinite and definite. Now, what do we mean by indefinite? Or first, the example of indefinite, a and an. For definite, the. Okay. Now, what do we understand by indefinite? Indefinite andre ಏನು? Let me take an example. I am a trainer. So I have used a before a noun trainer, which means in a way I am describing something about the trainer. What am I trying to say by using a here? I am trying to say that the noun that I'm talking about is singular. The noun that I'm talking about is singular. So, a and an can be used only before singular nouns. So, the first rule of using a or an is noun must be singular. So, what is the first rule? That the noun must be singular. Is that clear, all of you? Next, Ida. The other thing, the second one is the noun must be one out of many. What do I mean by must be one out of many? ಹಲವಾರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದಾಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು ಆಗ್ಲೇ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಅ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಜನ ಟ್ರೈನರ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಒನ್ ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದೆಮ್ ಸೊ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೇ ದಟ್ DKC is a minister. Okay, now is this singular? So first rule is satisfied. Now in Karnataka there are so many ministers. He is one out of so many. Adike second rule is also. But I cannot say Sidramaya is a chief minister of Karnataka. Can I say? I can only say Sidramaya is a chief minister. Why? But I cannot say Sidramaya is a chief minister of Karnataka. I can say Sidramaya is a chief minister. But I cannot say Sidramaya is a chief minister of Karnataka. Why? Karnataka has only one CM. But in India, there are many CMs. As long as I don't mention Karnataka, that sentence is correct. But if I mention Karnataka, I cannot use a because it defeats the second. Artha, is it clear? Okay. Now, next, third, noun must be common noun or collective. Common or collective. Noun must be common noun or collective noun. It cannot be a proper noun. I cannot say I am a Sanjay because Sanjay is a proper noun. I live in a Bangalore because Bangalore is a proper noun. I have a gold, material noun, not possible. I have a friend, possible, common noun. I have a bunch of keys, possible, collective noun. I saw a herd of cattle, possible, collective noun. I met a Rahman, not possible, proper noun. Is that clear, all of you? Okay. Fourth one. Use an before vowel sounds. Now, in school, we learned that if you see a vowel, you should use an apple, an elephant. Correct? Yes or no? But actually, we should look at the sounds. So let us look at it. Shall I go to the next page? Okay. Now, I will take the word apple. Okay. Now, only vowels make sounds. consonants cannot make sounds. Artha aita? So the sound of the word is a. A. Why? How do you pronounce this word? Apple. So what is the starting sound? A. Now, the word starts with a consonant, but a sound is produced by a vowel. So, first vowel yaudilli? A. So I should pronounce this whole thing. So what is the sound? Ka. Ka. Ka is not a vowel sound. A is a vowel sound. Is that clear? Understood? Okay. Elephant. What is the sound? Eh. 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 Elephant. Correct? Yes or no? Okay. F is a consonant, cannot produce a sound without a vowel. Which is the first vowel? Fe. So what is the sound? Fe. So it is not a vowel sound. So a car, a festival. An apple, an apple. But the apple sakutra I cannot use. Why? The first rule itself is defeated. All the three rules ಒಪ್ಕೊಂಡ ಮೇಲೆ an ಗೆ check ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Okay, next. Ice cream. What is the sound? I. So F is a consonant, can't produce a sound. Which is the first vowel? So what is the sound? P. P is not a vowel. Next. An ice cream. Orange. What is the sound? Ah. Now T is a consonant, can't produce a sound. Which is the first vowel? So how do we pronounce this? Door. So a door, an orange. Okay. Uniform. What is the sound? U. What is the sound? U. Theoretical. Can't use because U is not a vowel sound. U is a vowel letter, but U is not a vowel sound. Illi. How do you pronounce this word? European. So U in the shuru agodrinda can't be a vowel sound. U. Uniform. What is the sound? U. U is not a vowel sound. So U. MLA. What is the sound? How do you start the letter M? A. An NGO. Is that clear? All of you? Write the rules and this. Empathy. Yes. Empathy is an adjective. Empathy ಅಂತ ಬರಲ್ಲ. Empathetic ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. He is an empathetic person. Empathetic and clear all of you? Do you want the class till 5:30 or 6 o'clock? Huh? What? ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಪಿ ಜಿಲಿ ಇರೋರಲ್ವಾ? You go home. You tell me 5:30 or 6. Based on that, I'll give you the break. 5:30. No. Sure. So what time shall we take a break? 4 o'clock. Okay. Clear all of you? Oh, did you understand? Okay. Now, did you all understand the rules also? Now we will understand definite article the. So let us look at the rules one by one. In indefinite, the first rule said that it must be singular. Here can be singular or plural. Can be singular or can be singular or plural. Second one. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತು? Must be one out of many. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ must be the only one. So that is why we say Sidramaya is the CM of Karnataka. Because he is the only one. ಒಂದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದ್ರೆ ಆಗತ್ತೆ. Third one. What did it say about? Same. Fourth rule does not apply at all. Because the bandhutra you will not be using and. Okay. I saw an elephant. The elephant was huge. So, ಏನಾಗತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಲ್ಲಿ when I introduce something. For example, if I say I took a class. The class was good. Now, I cannot say I took a class was good. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದ ಕ್ಲಾಸೇ ಬೇರೆ ಕ್ಲಾಸೇ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತು. Now, if I'm talking about the same class, now I will shift to the, I met a boy. The boy is a student. ಸೊ ನಾನೊಂದು ಹುಡುಗನ್ನ ಭೇಟಿಯಾದೆ, ಆ ಹುಡುಗ ಒಬ್ಬ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿ. ಐ ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಸೇ ಐ ಮೆಟ್ ಅ ಬಾಯ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಭೇಟಿಯಾಗಿದ್ದೆ ಬೇರೆಯವನು, ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟೇ ಬೇರೆಯವನು ಆಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇಫ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಟಾಕ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ನೌನ್, then I shift from a and an to the. Is that clear? Artha aita? All of you? Where else do we use the? We must use before a rivers, oceans and seas, mountains, monuments, musical instruments. The Ganga flows through Uttar Pradesh. The Pacific Ocean is the deepest ocean. The Himalayas is to the north of India. The gateway of India is in Bombay. I play the guitar. So for these, you must use the. Is that clear? Understood?
Universal truth also.
Huh?
For universal truth also.
Universal truth ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದು? Universal truths ಅಲ್ಲ. That is celestial objects. So the sun, the stars, the moon.
Hello.
Huh?
Hello. Stars. Hello.
ಹೌದು.
Stars.
ಇರ್ಲಿ. ಅಲ್ಲಲ್ಲ, ಹಲವಾರು ಅಂದ್ರೆ see if you got it wrong. ನೀನು ತಪ್ಪಾಗಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಸೋದು. ಒಂದು ನಿಮಿಷ. Let me explain.
Moon, sun.
ಒಂದು ನಿಮಿಷ. For example, the shining star is a star in the universe. So the shining. So whenever you mention any celestial objects ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದು? ಆಕಾಶ, ಭೂಮಿ, ಸೂರ್ಯ, ಚಂದ್ರ, stars, planets, comets, all are celestial. ಅದನ್ನ ಶುರು ಮಾಡುವಾಗಲೇ ಅದರ ಹೆಸರಿಗೆ ದ ಹಾಕ್ತದೆ. ನೀನ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಿರೋ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ for example, the shining star ಅಂತ ಒಂದಿದೆ. So will you say the shining star is a star or the shining star is the star? ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀಯ? The shining star is a star ಅಂತ್ಯ, is the star ಅಂತ್ಯ. ಯಾಕೆ? ಅದೊಂದೇ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ ಇರೋದು. So now what did we say? The shining star is a star. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹಲವಾರು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ನೀನ್ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದೇ ಇದ್ದಾಗ you should use ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. But ಸ್ಟಾರ್ ಹಲವಾರು ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ನೀನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀಯ. But I am not talking about one out of many. ನಾನು ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಅದ್ರ ವಿಷಯ ತೆಗಿತಿದ್ದೀನಿ. So even if you mention it, does yes. Okay, next, when we compare, for comparison. So what is comparison? So I cannot say I am going to the Mysore. Yake? I cannot say I am going to the Mysore. Why? I am going to the Mysore. Yake ಹೇಳಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ? Huh? Look at the second rule, third rule. Third rule. Third rule. Mysore is what kind of a proper name? You can't do it. But I can say Bangalore is the Silicon Valley of India. Bangalore is the Silicon Valley of India, which means I am comparing Bangalore to the original Silicon Valley. Original Silicon Valley is in the US. So why is it called the Silicon Valley of India? Because of IT companies. Why is that called Silicon Valley? Because ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬಾ IT companies. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬಾ IT companies ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಿಲಿಕಾನ್ ವ್ಯಾಲಿ. ನಮ್ಮ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬಾ IT companies ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದೀವಿ. Is that clear? All of you? So for example, what is your name? Aslam. So if I say Aslam is the Amitabh Bachchan of this class. Now, Amitabh Bachchan is a common noun or a proper noun? But why did I use the? I'm not referring to Amitabh Bachchan. I'm referring to his height. So, because he is tall, I'm comparing him as Amitabh Bachchan. Okay. Peanut is a poor man's almond. Badavara badami. Why do you call peanut a poor man's almond? Because the protein is the same, but the price is different. Clear? Understood all of you? Understood? So when you compare, you can use the before proper nouns. And before all these things, you must use the. Any doubts in this? Because there are some more rules that we need to learn. Now I'm going to write two sentences. I come to the college by a bus. ನಾನು ಕಾಲೇಜ್ಗೆ ಬಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತೀನಿ. Now, this sentence is wrong. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು wrong ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ನೋಡೋಣ. Now, first one is when you have by followed by a vehicle name. By followed by a vehicle name, it is called mode of transport. You cannot use anything in between. You cannot use anything in between. So you should say, I come to college by bus. So by train, by metro, by cab, by car. ಹೀಗೆ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು. Second one, now if you are a student or a teacher, okay, ನೀವು ಯಾಕೆ ಬರ್ತೀರಾ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ಗೆ? To study. ನಾನು ಯಾಕೆ ಬರ್ತೀನಿ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ಗೆ? To teach. Now, what is the primary function of a college? Teaching or learning. So when you use come, go, and then followed by a place. Come, go, attend, followed by a place. ಈ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ನ ಪ್ರೈಮರಿ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಏನು ಅಂತ ನೀವು ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. What is the primary function of college? Teach or learn. As a student, if you come to college, or as a teacher, if I come to college, I should not say I come to the college. I should only say I come to college. ಯಾವಾಗ the ಬಳಸಬಾರದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ when you go or come to a place to fulfill its primary function. ಒಂದು ಕಾಲೇಜಿನ primary function ಏನು? To teach or learn. ನಾನು ಯಾರು? Student. ನಾನು ಯಾರು? ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿ. If I come to college, that means I am coming for its primary function. Primary function ಇದ್ದಾಗ you should not use Is that clear, all of you? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? Next, my father comes to the college. My father comes to the college for the PTM. My father comes to the college for the PTM. Now, Iga, we still have college. But what is the primary function of college? Teaching or learning. But why is my father coming? So, which means not for primary function. I went to market to buy fruits. I went to market to buy fruits. Now, what is the primary function of market? Buy or sell. Now, why did I go? So, primary function. So, I did not use anything. I went to the market to meet my friends. I went to the market to meet my friends. Now, primary function Allah, because I went to meet. So I did you understand? Clear, all of you? Okay. The principal and secretary is meeting me. Now, here, even though I see principal and secretary, and you see and, don't take it as plural if you have only one the. ಸೊ ಇದ್ರ ಅರ್ಥ ಏನು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದೇ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಇರೋದು ಆದ್ರೆ ಎರಡು ಹುದ್ದೆ ಅವನಿಗೆ, ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ಲು ಅವನೇ, ಸೆಕ್ರೆಟರಿನೂ ಅವನೇ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಒನ್ ಮ್ಯಾನ್. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವೈ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಈಸ್. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಇಫ್ ಐ ಸೇ the principal and the secretary are meeting me. Now there is one the before principal, one the before secretary, which means two different people. That is why I've used. Clear? Okay. Whenever you have a and you mention a currency, 100, it should only be singular, 100 rupee. A 300 year old, years old and birth. Correct? A 55 kg fruit. A 55 kgs fruit ಅನ್ಬಾರ್ದು, a 55 kg fruit. Is that clear, all of you? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ? Sure? Why ಏನಾಗ್ತಿತ್ತು ಒಂದೂವರೆ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ you were not able to have lunch or what?
Yes.
ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನ PG ಗೆ
Almost.
and Tawfiq also. ಯಾಕೆ PG ಅಷ್ಟು ಬೇಗ ಕೊಡಲ್ವಾ ಊಟ? ಹೌದಾ? Where is the PG?
Side was. Side was right.
ಇಲ್ಲ ಹತ್ರ ಇದೆ.
ಎಲ್ಲ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್.
ನಿಮ್ದು ಯಾವ ಊರು ಅಸಲು? ನೀನು
ಚಕ್ಕಡಿ ಸರ್.
ಮುತ್ತೋಳು,
ಸೈಡ್.
ಮಾಲಿಂಗಪುರ, ರಕ್ಕವಿ. But I forgot. ತುಂಬಾ ವರ್ಷ ಕೆಳಗೆ I had gone to a sugar factory on work near ಮಾಲಿಂಗಪುರ. ಮಾಲಿಂಗಪುರದಿಂದ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ದೂರ ಆಯ್ತು. ಶುಗರ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ರಿ, ವೆರಿ ಬಿಗ್ ಶುಗರ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ರಿ. ಬಟ್ ಅದು ಯಾರೋ ಮಹಾರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯನ್. ನಿಮ್ಮಿಂದ ಬಾರ್ಡರ್ ಮಹಾರಾಷ್ಟ್ರ ಬಾರ್ಡರ್ ದೂರನಾ?
ಜತ್ತದ ಒಂದು 60. ಜತ್ತದ ಒಂದು 80 ದಾಟು.
But Bagalkot city ನಲ್ಲಿ the only thing is ಬಸವೇಶ್ವರ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಅದ್ ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಏನು ಇಲ್ಲ. ಟೂರಿಸಂಗೆ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಬಾದಾಮಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಕೂಡಲ್ ಸಂಗಮ ಬೀದರ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಬಸವ ಕಲ್ಯಾಣ ಬೀದರ. All right. Shall we take a break then?
So we'll take a break 15 minutes. ಅದಕ್ಕೂ ಮುಂಚೆನೆ ಬನ್ನಿ ಆದ್ರೆ. Okay, now shall we do an exercise on articles, or do you want to learn another topic, preposition, and then do together? What do you want to do? Huh? Exercise ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? You want to do preposition ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಮಾಡೋಣವಾ? Okay. All right. So we'll move to the next topic called prepositions. So what is a preposition? As the name indicates, preposition. So that means it is before something. So it indicates time and place. It indicates time and place of the action. For example, if I say we are in the class. Okay, now let us understand. We could have simply said we are in a classroom. Correct? We are in the classroom. So, ಈಗ why did we use the classroom? Because ಈಗ ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಒಬ್ರು ನಾನು ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ರೂಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ it is specific to this classroom. It is not that classroom at all. ಆದ್ರೆ ಈಗ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ I don't teach only here. I teach in different places. ಆದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಇದೇ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಬರೋದು ಇದೇ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ರೂಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು. So you say we are in the classroom, but ನಾನು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು I am in an institute. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ಮಾತಾಡೋರಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ಯಾವ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂತ. ನಾನೊಂದು ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಬಟ್ ನೀವ್ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ರೂಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ, ವಿಚ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ದ ಬಂತು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, ದ ಪ್ರಿಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಇನ್ ಇಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ಡ್. So this indicates your position. Where is your position? Classroom. Now why should we use only in and not on? ಅದನ್ನ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. Is that clear? I could also say we are on the classroom, but ತಪ್ಪಾಗುತ್ತೆ. So why is it that we should use in and not on or at? ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. Okay na? Is that clear? So the common prepositions that we will learn are in, on, at, above, below, over, under, with, beside, besides. For instance, you have already learned from, to. ಇಷ್ಟು ಕಲ್ತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. Yeah. Okay. Now, let us first start with in. Let us first start with in. Now, when do we use in? Now, this is a classroom. Now, this classroom has 4 boundaries. Which are the boundaries? This, and this. It's a physical boundary. What do I mean by physical boundary? I can see it, I can touch it. You can also say, my class is in Vijayanagar. Now, but Vijayanagar does not have a boundary, and a physical boundary. But ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ವಿಜಯನಗರ ಶುರು ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಎಂಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ದೂರ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ರಾಜಾಜಿ, ಈ ಕಡೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ದೂರ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಮಲ್ಲೇಶ್ವರಂ, ಈ ಕಡೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ದೂರ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ದೀಪಾಂಜಲಿ ನಗರ್, ಈ ಸರಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ದೂರ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಚಂದ್ರಾಲಯ. But you know how much is Vijayanagar without a physical boundary. That is an imaginary. Is that clear? But any place which has a boundary, physical boundary or imaginary boundary, we use in. Is that clear, all of you? Artha aita? Understood? Yes. Next, we use in for morning, afternoon, and evening. We do not use it for night. We use it for morning, afternoon, and evening. We use it for month and year. We do not use it for day or date. We use it for middle, not for center. We use it for seasons. I have a holiday in summer. Clear? Artha aita? All of you? So we use it for place with a boundary. Morning, afternoon, evening, month, year, middle, and seasons. This is with respect to in. We do not use it for big vehicles. We use it for car. We use it for auto. We do not use it for bus, ship, plane, train. So you cannot say I am in a train. You should say I am on a train. But I am in a car. I am in an auto. Artha aita? Clear, all of you? In? Clear? Okay. Next, we'll go for on. Now, on is physical connection between human and object and object. human and object, object and object. For example, I am sitting on a chair in the class. So, illi, which are the prepositions used? On, in. Which are the articles used? A, the. Now, let us understand why. Now, on a chair, physical connection between human object. You are a human, chair is an object. Next, a chair ಯಾಕೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ವಿ, the chair ಯಾಕೆ ಹೇಳಲ್ಲ? ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಚೇರ್ ಇದೆ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಚೇರ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಕೂತಿದೆ. Correct? Next, why did we say in classroom is a bounded place? And the ಯಾಕೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ವಿ, ಇದು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್. ಸೊ ನೀವು ಈ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ, ಸೊ ಪೀಪಲ್ ವಿಲ್ ಥಿಂಕ್, ಓಕೆ ಅವ್ರ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ರೂಮ್ ಇದು, ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಕೂತಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಒಂದ್ ಚೇರ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಕೂತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Did you understand now how is the difference? How to make the sentence? Yes? Okay. Next, we use it for date and day. We use it for date and day. We use it for 1 day holiday. 1 day of holiday. I have a holiday on Sunday. 1 day. Or I have a holiday on Ugadi. 1 day. Clear? Left and right. We use on. On the left, on the right. Clear? Artha aita on? All of you? Any doubts so far? In and on? Okay. Now, 1 day holiday matra helde. So, for Deepavali, what will you say? In Deepavali, on Deepavali? You can't say both. Ramzan, what will you say? In Ramzan, on Ramzan? You cannot say both. Because it is not 1 day. Dasara, you cannot say in or on. Christmas, you cannot say. Christmas day, yes. Why? Only 1 day, 25th. But Christmas is 1 week. Ramzan is 1 month. But Eid, 1 day. Deepavali, 3 days. Dasara, 10 days. 9 days, 10 days. 9 nights, 10 days. Did you understand? But Ugadi, 1 day. Sankranti, 1 day. Is that clear? Understood? Okay. Next, we will go to at. Now, at is used for specific location. Specific location. ಏನಿದು ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಲೊಕೇಶನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈಯಬಲ್ ಲೊಕೇಶನ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಐ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ದ ಮೆಟ್ರೋ ಅಟ್ ದ ವಿಜಯನಗರ್ ಮೆಟ್ರೋ ಸ್ಟೇಷನ್. ವೈ? ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅನ್ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಟಿ. ಈಗ ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಈಗ ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ನಾನು ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ವೇರ್ ಆರ್ ಯು? ಐ ಆಮ್ ಅಟ್ ಟಾಪರ್ಸ್ IAS ಲೊಕೇಶನ್. I am at the Vijayanagar bus stop. location. Next, door number. Where do you stay? I stay in Bangalore. Why in for Bangalore? It's a place with a imaginary boundary. Where in Bangalore? I stay in Vijayanagar. Why? Area. Where in Vijayanagar? On the 10th main. Road ge on the 10th main. But at number 300. Why? One road ge one day number 300. So it is specific. So where do you say? I say at number 300, 10th main, Vijayanagar, Bangalore. You don't have to say at 300 on 10th main in Vijayanagar in Bangalore. Only one preposition. Is that clear? Next, time by the watch. What time does your class start? My class starts at 2 o'clock. My class starts at 2 o'clock. Time by the watch. Next, top, bottom, front, back, center. For all these, we use at. Next, verbs. Look, smile, angry, aim, fire. ಎಲ್ಲದರ ಜೊತೆ at ಬರಬೇಕು. He fired at the crowd. I looked at him. I smiled at him. I'm angry at him. I aimed the gun at him. ಇದ್ರ ಜೊತೆ at ಬರಬೇಕು. Clear? Okay, stay at. Next, we'll go for above. Above andre ಮೇಲೆ. Above means ಮೇಲೆ. Over is usually in motion. There is a floor above this floor. There is a floor above this floor. There is a floor below this floor. Okay. But over usually for a motion. Andre, a plane flew over our city. A bird flew over my head. Mele without touching. Movement. Is that clear? Understood? Below ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಲ್ವಾ? Yes. Under also in motion. The water flows under the bridge. Below the bridge another. Water flows under the bridge because movement. Okay. Usually under it should be covered. The cat is under the table. The table is covering the cat. I'm standing below the fan. I cannot say under the fan. The fan is not covering me. ಮೇಲಿದೆ ನಾನು ಕೆಳಗಿದ್ದೀನಿ. But under ಅಂದ್ರೆ usually cover ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. For example, my pen is under the chair. The chair is covering the pen. Clear? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಯಾವ್ದಕ್ಕೆ? Below the table ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕೆ? Because ಈಗ ಪೆನ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿದ್ದಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ the chair is covering the pen. ಮುಚ್ತಿದೆ ಅದು. So under ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Now I am standing below the fan. Because the fan is not covering me. The fan is above me. Yes? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? Now clear?
Depends on size also.
Size ಏನಿಲ್ಲ. It could be big also. So for example, the ship is under the bridge. ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. Clear? Any other doubt? ಆಮೇಲೆ rank below he is below me in rank. ಅಂದ್ರೆ DSP is below SP. You cannot say under SP. ಆಮೇಲೆ below is lower than. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆ level must be lower. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ? Okay. Next, with means ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ. I come to the class with my friend. Can you say I come to the class with my bike? No, you cannot say. You should say I come to the class on my bike. For bike, it is on. I come to class by car. Next, beside. Andre next to. Beside means next to. Next to. Beside andre next to. Who is sitting beside you, Indu? No one. Besides. Andre? Addition. Apart from. Besides Indu, there is no one else in the first bench. Apart from Indu, there is nobody else. Rahman, who is beside you? Who is beside you? Who is besides you? Who else is in the second row? ನೀನ್ ಅಲ್ದೆ ಇನ್ಯಾರಿದ್ದಾರೆ? And Shreyas. Okay, clear? Beside and besides. Okay. From starting, place, time, giver. I came from Utrali. Starting place. I started the class from 2 o'clock. I took a class from 2 o'clock. Starting time. I got a book from Indu. Giver. 2. Ending, place, time, and receiver. I came to Vijayanagar, ending place. I took a class from 2 to 5 o'clock, 5:30, ending time. Indu gave a book to me, receiver. From idre giver, to idre receiver. Clear, all of you? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? Yes? Sure? So just go through it. By then I will copy articles exercise. We can do it. Yes. By agle we did it ala. Mode of transport. By bus, by car. Off. ಯಾವಾಗ ಬಳಸ್ತೀವಿ? Write off. ಸಾಲ ಮನ್ನಾ ಮಾಡೋದು. Let off. ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಡೋದು. Cut off. ಬೇರ್ಪಡಿಸೋದು. So off ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದೂರ ತಳ್ಳೋದು. Beneath. Yes. So you cannot say under or below. There is a key beneath the cut. Opposite key beneath. But it should be ಕೆಳಗೇನೆ. But one cup ಒಳಗಡೆ key ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ you cannot say it is beneath the cup. You should say it is in the cup. There any doubts in articles and prepositions? Please ask.
ಇದೆ ಆರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ.
Okay. Now, similarly, do 1 to 5. And then I'll discuss. Aida, first 5. Okay, Mr. Thakur lived in a 300-year-old house, not the. The English defeated the French. So, citizens of a country, nationality munde kuda the hakbeku. Like rivers, oceans, for nationalities also, you must put the. So, the English defeated the French in the Battle of Waterloo. An old man in the crowd warned Julius Caesar from the danger of death on a certain day. ಇಂಥ ದಿನ ನೀನ್ ಸಾಯ್ತೀಯಾ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ದ. ಇಂಥ ದಿನ ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಆನ್ ಅ ಸರ್ಟನ್ ಡೇ. ಒಂದು ದಿನ ಆನ್ ಅ ಸರ್ಟನ್ ಡೇ. Never have I listened to such a beautiful music as the piece we heard on radio last night. Do you think there is an error? Huh? On the radio. Very good. Now let us understand the difference. There is no error in this sentence. Now on the radio go in difference. For example, listen to music on radio. I kept the marker on the radio. Andre on the balsidre physical connection between radio and the object. Music news is without the. I heard the news on TV. On the TV ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. I kept my book on the TV ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. So when it is ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಅಥವಾ ಟಿವಿ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಅಥವಾ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ you will not use any article. You simply say on radio, on TV. Artha aita? Is that clear? Yes, Tawfiq? Okay. An uncle of mine who is a farmer gave me a piece of useful advice. It is not the uncle of mine. An uncle of ನನ್ನ ಒಬ್ಬ ಅಂಕಲ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. Is that clear? Okay. Do 6 to 10. Alan, my neighbor, along with his children, is going tonight to see the Taj Mahal. Don't talk to her. She always remains in a temper. A temper andre short temper. In a temper. He does not like this type of a man who does nothing but find out fault in others. No error. The first European sailor, the first European, yavaglu, the first, the second, the third, the last. Mr. Patak lives a very busy life, so he goes everywhere by scooter. Because I told you by vehicle name bandaga article use ಮಾಡ್ಬಾರ್ದು. Okay. Do 11 to 14. Clear? So like, okay, her mother forbade her to go to the circus late at night. So for night, you should use at always, not in the night. Mr. Yuja has a white and a black dog which guard his house from robbers. So how many dogs does he have?
One.
But there are two us. So ಒಂದು ಬಿಳಿ ನಾಯಿ ಇದೆ ಒಂದು ಕಪ್ಪು ನಾಯಿ ಇದೆ ಬಟ್ ಒಂದೇ ನಾಯಿ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ರೆ he should have written Mr. Yuja has a white and black dog which guards. But ಇಲ್ಲಿ which guard ಅಂತ ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ಲೂರಲ್ ವರ್ಬ್ ಇದೆ. ಪ್ಲೂರಲ್ ವರ್ಬ್ ಇದ್ರೆ is talking about plural subject. So obviously there are two dogs, one white color, one black color. So no error. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? Yes? Okay. Only a few girls were above the ground. The rest were under the ground. Above the ground. The barbek. 45 students went to the church yesterday to see the stained glass there. Correct the use madiro church munde ilva. What is the primary function of a church? Pray. But here they are going to see the stained glass. So not the primary function. So the padas. Is that clear? Nisar Ahmed. ಕವಿ ಹೆಸರು ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ಯಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ ನೀನು ಆ ಏನ ಕವಿತೆ ಏನಾರ ಬರೀತೀಯಾ ಏನೇನ ಹೌದಾ ಶಾರುಖ್ ಖಾನ್ ಎದ್ದಿದ್ನ ಇವತ್ತು ಮಲಗಿದ್ನ Okay, do 15 to 20. ಆಯ್ತಾ? My elder sister came home after the sunset and had gone before the sunrise. In a meeting yesterday, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿನ್ನೆ ಒಂದು ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ in a meeting, Mr. Yadav was selected chairman yesterday. Kabir and Rahim are great poets, but the former is greater than the latter. Farmer andre ಮೊದಲನೇ ಅವನು, latter andre ಎರಡನೇ ಅವನು. So who is farmer here? Kabir. Who is latter? Rahim. The sun shines by the day always. By a day Allah, by the day. The sun shines by the day always and not by night. He has abandoned.
The night ke bhai baro. At night.
Alalala. See, the meaning is different. ಇದು ರಾತ್ರಿ ಬೆಳಗತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಇವನೇನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಿರೋದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಹೊತ್ತು ರಾತ್ರಿ ಹೊತ್ತು, ರಾತ್ರಿ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಹೊತ್ತು ರಾತ್ರಿ ಹೊತ್ತು. That is how it is spoken.
By the night.
By
The night.
the sun shines by day always and not by night. I think we have to remove here, no article. The sun shines by day and always and not by night.
By the by the.
I will check. Nange yako doubt, just by ಇರ್ಬೇಕು. I will check. He has abandoned criminal activities, not the criminal activities, because criminal activities itself is specific. He has abandoned all the activities, okay, but he has abandoned criminal activities. Tirga the beda, because criminal itself is specific activity. Mahatma Gandhi did not solve all the problems of the future, but he did solve the problems of his own age. Okay? Do 21 to 25. Okay, so there is no the. By day, by night. Andre artha during ಅಂತ. By night andre during the night. By day andre during the day.
Dinu
ಬರಲ್ಲ. By day, by night. Okay. A first step or the first step? The first step. These are all called ordinal numbers. Andre order allirodu first, second, third. They are called ordinal numbers. Cardinal numbers andre 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. The first step in a rational solution. Knowledge of regional language is necessary for bank officers. So, will you say, what will you do? What do you think? Tell me. What will you say here? ಏನ್ error ಇರ್ಬೋದು? It should be a knowledge of regional language. This is the usage. ಏನ್ ಹೇಳು? A knowledge of regional language. Always. Okay na? Yes, a knowledge of computer is important to get a job. A knowledgeable person is more useful than a idiot. We should drink several glasses of the water. What should you add or remove? The tegibek. We should drink several glasses of water daily. You have been learning Tamil for the last 1 year. Ordinal numbers must have the before them. Is that clear? It is a fact that most of the people, it is just not most of people. It should be most of the people. Okay. Okay. Do 26, 27, 28. You can do 29 also. Okay. A child was looking out through the window. A child. Vandu magu. Okay. Why is it fear in its eyes? Yenike its is correct. ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದೇನು indefinite subject ಇದ್ರೆ when you don't know the gender you should use his. ಸೊ ಆ ತರ ನೋಡಕ್ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನನಗೆ ಚೈಲ್ಡ್ ಇದು ವೆದರ್ ಬಾಯ್ ಆರ್ ಗರ್ಲ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಐಡಿಯಲಿ ಇಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಬಿನ್ ಹಿಸ್, ಬಟ್ ದ ಓವರ್ ರೂಲಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ಚೈಲ್ಡ್ ಈಸ್ ಟ್ರೀಟೆಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಲ್ ಜೆಂಡರ್ ಅನ್ಲೆಸ್ ಯು ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫೈ ಬಾಯ್ ಆರ್ ಅ ಗರ್ಲ್ ಅಂತ. ಚೈಲ್ಡ್ ಬೇಬಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಟ್ರೀಟೆಡ್ ಆಸ್ ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಲ್, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಬಂದಿರೋದು. ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟುಡ್? ಎವ್ರಿ ಒನ್ ನೋಸ್ ದಟ್ the leopard is faster than all other. You cannot say a leopard, you should say the leopard. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದೇ leopard ತಗೊಂಡು. Nowadays workers, nowadays 29th, a palmist friend of Rajni Mohan, the palmist friend, a palmist friend. Okay. 30 to 35.
Okay. Shall we discuss? He had already sent me a word. ಒಂದು ಮಾತು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದ ನನಗೆ. I went to a theater yesterday with some people. No error. You can say I went to a theater or you can say I went to the theater. Error correct. So there is no error. Having finished his breakfast, he started working on the problem that had been awaiting disposal for a long time. For the long time. For a long time. The new railway line will greatly improve transport and communication in the eastern part. Just not in eastern part, in the eastern part. Every man, woman, and child is now aware of the terrible consequences of the habit of smoking. The rich cannot accumulate wealth without the cooperation of the poor. So, illi it should be the poor, but illi wealth tappu. The rich cannot accumulate wealth ashte irbeku. So, unfortunately, there are two errors, which is wrong. But anyway, I will recheck it. You do 36 to 41. Eighth question ಇದೆ ಆಯ್ತು. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಹೌದಾ? Okay. 30. Okay, this the rich cannot accumulate wealth ashte without the cooperation of the poor irbeku. Okay, money which is a source of happiness, the happiness. See, whenever it is an uncountable noun, happiness is countable or uncountable. So you cannot use the. Wealth is countable or uncountable? Uncountable. So you cannot use the unless it is specific. Climbing the Mount Fuji in winter can be very dangerous. No error. The language school is in Malibu Street. Why no the required? Because Malibu itself is specific. Our plane arrived at the Gatwick airport. No error. Only very wealthy tourists can afford to stay at the Imperial Hotel. She is arriving on March 25th, not the 25th.
30 to 59.
Our plane arrived at the Gatwick airport. But sometimes the name of the airport itself is the Gatwick airport.
ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಅದು ಮೇಲೆ ಬರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ.
ಗ್ಯಾಟ್ವಿಕ್ ಏರ್ಪೋರ್ಟ್ಗೆ ದ ಅಂತ ಹೆಸರಿದ್ರೆ, ವಾಟ್ ಇಫ್ ದ ಏರ್ಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ದ ನೇಮ್ ದ ಗ್ಯಾಟ್ವಿಕ್ ಏರ್ಪೋರ್ಟ್? ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಇದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಅವರ್ ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಅರೈವ್ಡ್ ಅಟ್ ಗ್ಯಾಟ್ವಿಕ್ ಏರ್ಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಇರ್ಬೇಕು. ಬಟ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಚೆಕಿಂಗ್ ಇಫ್ ಗ್ಯಾಟ್ವಿಕ್ ಏರ್ಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ನೇಮ್ ದ ಗ್ಯಾಟ್ವಿಕ್ ಏರ್ಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಏನು ಅಂತ. No, Gatwick Airport does not have the. So it should be only Gatwick Airport. Unless other ಹೆಸರಲ್ಲೇ the ಇದ್ರೆ, you have to use. So for example, ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿನಲ್ಲಿ the Windsor Manor ಅಂತ ಇದೆ. The hotel ಹೆಸರೇ the Windsor Manor. ಓಕೆನಾ? Clear all of you? So what we'll do is, tomorrow we will do exercises on prepositions. Thank you. So tomorrow we'll start with exercises on prepositions. Then I will teach you adjectives and adverbs. ಬೇಗ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ questions time ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. Otherwise we will not get exam pattern. ನಿಸಾರ್ ಅಹಮದ್ ಅವಸರ ಅರ್ಜೆಂಟ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು. ಎರಡ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿನಲ್ಲಿ 2 ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವಾಕಿಂಗ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್. ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿನಲ್ಲಿ 2 ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್.
ನಾವು ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಲ್ಲಿ ಇವಾಗ
ಸರಿ, ನೀನ್ ಬೇಗ ಹೋದ್ರೆ 2 ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗತ್ತೆ, ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ತಾನೆ.
ಟೈಮ್
ನೀ ಅರ್ಜೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು PG ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು?